Today is Wednesday Wisdom, and I hear Friday, so I want to give you something to think about over the weekend. Today I'll be giving you guys my 5 rules for life. I was asked, we had a great manager, her name was Z, and we had, if you guys remember, 3 Riley brothers, and they were young guys comparing to other people that were in the company at the time. And she asked me, she said, listen, you have to mentor those guys. You have to think about what made you successful. I'll use quote unquote because we discussed success previously. So for most of you, you look at me as a successful person. That's how she looked at me, and she said, listen, you have to think about and you have to see what made you that. And you have to mentor those kids because they were kids, and help them along the way. So long story short, my wisdom didn't help them. They're no longer here, unfortunately, but right? I thought it would be a funny joke. But all of you are here today. We have some other young folks, so he's on the front line. Andrew, this is for you for sure. Yeah. Let's see if it helps you. Let's see how long you're gonna be here. Why, guys? Why have any rules? Why have them? I strongly believe, at least for me, they're your GPS. They're your compass. They're your reference point when you in many situations you need something to reference. You need to have something like a compass to see, okay, where am I going in this particular situation? It's getting more and more important right now as our daily lives, and these will help you. You'll see these will help you mostly in your daily lives, are not getting any easier. And they're not getting any easier because the world around us is changing. In my opinion, it's changing not for good. It's changing for worse. Everything takes longer. People that we're dealing with, they're not professionals anymore. Many big companies are plugging in holes, but they just throw people at the problem. So you're dealing with incompetencies, day in and day out. So therefore, I believe, I give you some examples. These rules becoming more and more important for me for sure, because I use them. And when I don't use them, I get into trouble, and then I tell myself, okay, you didn't use them. So let's begin. Very simple. Rule number 1, and they are in the order of importance. Know what you want. Sounds simple, but this starts with that. You gotta know what you want in any given situation. And I mean what's inside of you. Let's say your child, you gotta know what you want. Otherwise, like where are you going? If you're talking about the big picture, like, where are you going? Do you know what you want? Do you know what you need? Where are you going? If you go anywhere, easy, I don't know, restaurant or shopping center, something, you don't know what you want, you're gonna end up buying more. I guarantee you, right? I see some people nodding, right? Because you didn't know what you want. So you'll end up grabbing this and that, or they will end up upselling on you because you didn't know what you want. Oh, this is nice bag, how about we give you a shirt with that bag? And he's like, oh yeah, I like the shirt, I'll take it. Or no, I came here for a bag, this is what I want. I don't want the shirt, all right? It's a simple example. Sabina smiling, probably you bought shoes, okay. Yeah, you have yellow shoes, Sabina, and with yellow shoes, I don't know, whatever else goes, right? And you're like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take it. But is it really what you wanted it? And this seems easy. I mean, if I start asking you questions, I mean, some of them are simple questions. Does everybody know what kind of car they want? Everybody? Is that an easy question? No, not everybody. Does everybody know what kind of car they want? No. You see? So we already have some people, they don't know. I don't know what the hell I want. You don't know?
No, it's easy.
It's easy, okay.
Not expensive.
Not expensive, okay. But at least Vova knows what he wants, right? Does everybody know what kind of car they want?
Yes.
I mean, car, I'm sorry, I already asked the question. House. Does everybody know what kind of house they want? Everybody. 100%. So I guess you guys know what the hell you want. All right? Does everybody know what, I mean, I'm asking you easy questions. I don't know, whatever. Does everybody know what they want to be? Who they want to be? You see? We have HVC people in HVC companies saying no, we don't know what we want to be. So then you have to think about this, okay? I'm stopping on this, guys, because from here it goes down. And I'm telling you again, many situations, if you get in a situation, think about, this is what I want? This is what I want? I mean, I want to use the example for men. Do I like blondes? Do I like brunettes? I'm about to date brunette, but I really like the blonde, but I don't know what I want. I mean, it sounds like a simple question, but it's really not. I know for myself, and you guys know me, right? For people that work with me, special office team, if I want something, you definitely know that I want it, right? I have so much energy more than I usually do, and I don't care, and I'll do it because this is what I really want. And some things I think I want it, and then I start doing it, and I say, nah, that's not really what I want. And again, I'm using you. You is the most important word here, because not what your kids want, not what your wife wants. What do you want? I mean, I can give you life examples. When Brandon started, we sent him to supply house. Brandon had no idea what he wanted there, right? And then he ended up taking something that he didn't want and bringing it here. And we're like, this is not what we want. Okay. All right? It's a simple example, but it makes someone else's day bad. It ruins Sabina's day, right? Because Sabina's like, dude, that's not what I want. I want this. But it's like, oh, okay. I didn't know what I was, what I was doing. Okay? So we're going rule number 2. And
Sorry.
Perfect.
About business. So you have a company now.
Okay.
Do you remember what you want before you start business, like to achieve the goal?
What I wanted before I started the business.
Yeah, when you didn't have the Alek Ivanov synergy, but now you have the big company. Do you remember what was in the head? What do you want? Honestly, I wanted to be a lawyer. That's what I wanted to be, or I wanted to be a TV host. Now I'm hosting my own TV, right? But when I started here, I give you a very honest answer. I wanted to know. At first, I wanted to know how is it to make $100 a day. That's what I wanted to know. What it's like to make $200 a day. What it's like to make $500 a day. What it's like. I've never done it. I've never had it. So for me, this was interesting. How is it to feel? How is it to do? How is it to make? Go and work.
Go to work, right? So yeah, if it takes to be at the job till whatever, this is what I have to do, because that's what I was curious. I wanted to know how it feels like. That's what really was driving me. Yes, it's money. I get it. It's not cool, but that's what was driving me, the interest, right? Because like most of us, we came with zero, right? So for me, $100, $200. When I left, my mom was making $200 a month, and I could make $200 a day, like crazy. That doesn't
connect in your brain. How is it possible? 500? Have you seen $500 before you got here?
A day?
No, in general. In general, have you seen $500?
Yeah.
Okay, you saw. All right, you're a little younger than me, but for me it was like, where do you see $500? Okay. On the picture, yeah, you see it in the movies. Don't trust anyone. Okay? Rule number 2 comes from that. I know what I want. I know what I came here today. And if someone is trying to give me something that I don't want, I'm not going to trust you. Also, if I know what I want, it means I know what you, who's in front of me, what you need to do to get me what I want. Okay, actually misspelled trust. And if I know what you have to give me and you're not giving me, I'm not going to trust you. So what I'm telling you guys, you need to know the job of someone who you're talking to better than they know their job, especially nowadays. Like if doctor's gonna tell you something, are you gonna trust blindly even to the doctor? Thanks God we have ChatGPT now, right? So I'm definitely gonna ask ChatGPT, do I have this, and this? So these are the symptoms, okay? Give you a life example. Me, Alex, my sister, and Alyona went to the dinner. Boro restaurant, very nice place. We ate a lot, we drink a lot, so they bring a bill, right? I trust them. It's the restaurant, very nice establishment, so I just put the card in. Alex looked at me, Alex put the card in, and I think, I don't know, either Alyona or Olga, like, what are you doing? Let me look at the bill. I was like, oh my God, like how embarrassing this is. We're like cheap people, we're like calculating, like what is that? Come on, let's pay it. I was like, yeah, I'm rich. Like, just pay the bill, okay? It was a big bill. I was like, man, that seems a lot. Like, yeah, we drink a lot, we eat a lot, but that seemed big, all right? So long story short, we end up checking. They put probably half of the restaurant drinks on our bill. We didn't drink those drinks, and we proved it. Ended up, Alex, how much? Like 120 each couple, right? So over $200 they overcharged. They not wanted it overcharges, but they just didn't know what they were doing. So and I trusted them because I didn't want to look bad in front of them, in front of the people that tried to screw me. Okay. Another perfect example: sending money to Europe. Right. So I come to the TD Bank branch manager. I say to the guy, I need to send euros in euros. Does that sound understandable to you guys? I need to send euros in euros. So the person needs to receive euros. It's like, okay. So he pam. Okay, he's gonna receive so many dollars. I was like, hold on, excuse me, sir. I just told you I need to send euros in euros. Yes, I'm sending euros and he's gonna receive so much dollars. I was like, hold on. Again, he needs to receive euros. And he's like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Oh, okay, now we're talking, all right? So you'll get in the situations where people, they just don't know what they're doing. So they're doing something that they know, but that's not what I want, right? Again, rule number 1, I need to send the dude euros. He needs to receive euros, not dollars. Simple, but you need to confront the guy. You need to get into that conversation. So we fly to rule number 3 from that. Treat everyone like. So, sorry for the lefty. Treat everyone like they're 5 years old. Okay. So if I get mad at that branch manager, I probably get in an argument, tell him that he doesn't know what he's doing. I would get pissed and I would leave. It would get an argument. Instead, I say, okay, I'm looking at the 5-year-old. He's just a kid. He doesn't know what he's doing. So I said, sir, again, please look at the history of my transfers, okay? Maybe you can ask someone. Because, you know why? Because I need to get this done. Like, I'm not here to get in an argument with you. I need to get this done. So when I thought about this step, I remember when my son was 5. Like, most of you know my son, very sweet guy. He was even sweeter when he was 5. And no matter what he would do, there was no way for me to get angry at him. There's just no way. And I said it's on YouTube. I made this video before about my rules. I said, if you getting angry at the 5-year-old person, there's something wrong with you. You need to see a psychiatrist, not even a therapist. Sorry guys, if someone's getting angry at their 5-year-old kids, you need to check yourself into a mental institution because there's something wrong with you. You shouldn't be getting angry at the 5-year-old kid. So anytime I get in there, Sabina smiling. Don't. I know you're not like that. I know for a fact. So anytime you get in a situation, just imagine, and not to be like treat him as an idiot. No, treat him as with kindness, because emotions, when emotions take us over, right, the left brain, right brain, the logic shuts down. So you forgetting why you're there. You're forgetting. You're like, oh, I'm gonna prove to you, you don't know nothing. I know better. I've done this transfer 20 times. What are you, like, immediately, right? The testosterone is flying, cortisol is flying, adrenaline. It's no longer about transfer. Now it is about argument. Like, and then that's why I said these rules will help you. Like, in what stage of the situation I'm in. Now I'm about to get angry. What Alex said, treat him as he's 5. And immediately, as you will think about this, you'll come down. It's like, okay, I'm here to get my shit done. I'm not here to have an argument with the person. And it works for most cases. If someone's rude to you, I mean, I don't know, you do you. Maybe sometimes we have to be rude back, maybe not. But that's just my advice. So, rule number 4. Always double check. Now we're getting on the other side. Now, if you're on the other side of equation, if you're doing something, especially for me, very easy example, Tim or Alex will come to me and say, oh, so-and-so did this, like, attack. And I was like, okay. And then, get you guys in the room, and without me double checking the facts, right? Asking you, hey, me not practicing empathic listening gets me into trouble, because I would get general information and I would come at you guys without double checking, without talking to you first, without double checking the facts, trusting them and not verifying for myself, is this true, right? But mostly like asking, hey, what happened? Can you tell me about this situation? And sometimes, yeah, maybe that's what they said was right, but maybe they had information from someone else and they didn't verify the information. They just gave me the information, right? This is a simple example, but it just creates the situations where then I have to apologize. And it happened. I think I put some of those guys right in the room. They're like, no, that's not what happened. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. That's not what I was told. But that sorry is not longer good. It's no longer valid, because like, hey, couldn't you ask someone before? So any kind of work you're doing, anything especially for office people, for us, when we send something, right? Christina heard me say 20 times, double check, double check, double check. Why? Because that's your presentation. The email, the document, the attachment, how we scan, what we write, the spelling. It's the representation of you. How they're gonna see, okay, you sent this. This looks like shit. So what does it tell about you, and what does it tell about the company, right? Everybody's trying to do everything quick. You type, and then maybe you misspelled the person's name. He opens up, he's like, oh, come on. He's not gonna read it, trust me. If the name is misspelled, that person, I guarantee you, is not gonna read it, right? If you receive a message, and instead of Vasil, it says something. I don't know. Would you read the rest of the message? You'd be like, come on, guy, right? You'd be immediately thinking that, who is this person? Why didn't they take the 2 minutes of their time to check spelling of my name, right? It's very easy, but guys, I tell you, the success in anything, it's a small step. It's every day, very, very small steps. As you guys hear, we had 1 guy, then we had 2 guys, then we had 3 guys, then we had 4 guys. It wasn't like today was 1, and in 5 weeks, there were all of you here. It took us fucking 19 years to build this, right? So it's everything step by step. So all of those movements that we did, all of those incremental movements, very small, that what showed whoever we work with that, hey, our documents are looking correctly, our information is correct. All it takes sometimes just to stop and send. When I was doing newsletter, I would write it the first time. I was like, oh, it's great. I was like, let me double check. Let me click the editor button on Word. Oh my God, like 20, 30 mistakes. I'm like, oh shit. I would do it again. I would check again. I would do it again 3 times. Guess what? I sent it. The next morning I come in and Alex and Tim's like, yeah, we read your newsletter. I was like, what's wrong? Yeah, you put in, I think I want to write shit, and instead of shit, I wrote sheet. I think it's auto-corrected. But they're like, we understood you. And I don't know who'd be mad, at myself, at them. I was like, fuck, I edited 3 times, guy. Like, I spent the time, but it was still not good enough, right? Because it didn't pick up the mistake because it was a correct word, but it had no meaning in the sentence, right? So even though I put a lot of work, I mean, they smiled and all, but what if I sent it to the world, right? What if we published that? And people like, what is this company producing? What are they? This guy doesn't even know how to spell, right? So that's very, very important. I think for any situation, especially if you're going to, let's say, accuse someone of something, make sure you have your facts straight. Because I'm kidding you not, in most of the situations, what I was thinking to tell the person before I double check the facts, it would be completely different. So in many cases, in most of the cases, I'd be wrong. Like I would not have all of the information. And having this rule is really saved me. And the last one. Follow-up is the key, guys. And here is very simple how to understand this rule. If you're asking, you have to ask yourself, do I need it or do they need it? If you need it, you have to follow up. Why? Because you don't trust them to do their work. Like, as bad as it sounds, you don't trust them. So if you need something, you have to follow up. Because if you expect someone else to do your job, you're in for a big surprise. Because they will not do it on time, they will do it wrong. So you need to follow up. You need to follow up and follow up and follow up. If they need it, sure. Guess what? I'm very bad at emails. Why? Because like, if you need something from me, don't send me an email. Everybody, even office knows. Don't send me emails. And a very simple rule: if they want something from you, they will email you again, and they will email you again and again and again and again because they need it. It works. I kid you not. It works. So if you need something, and you sit and expect, I'm repeating myself, but it's important. If you're sitting and expecting someone who, whatever it is, again, doctor's office, maybe you're trying to get a car loan, and you think that they will do their job, they will not, in most of the situations. So you need to not to be ashamed, not to be afraid, not to think that you're annoying. Yes, I am very annoying person to people that work with us, because I keep emailing, I keep calling, I keep text messaging. I'm asking other people to call for us and annoy the companies. But guess what? It works. because they're like, oh shit, we would rather give this work to that guy because he will leave us alone. Because if we don't, he keeps emailing, he keeps calling, he keeps coming, whatever it is, right? I think this is one of my one of my biggest strengths as a business owner, that I'm very annoying, and I'll follow up with you for years. For years.
This is how we got insulation.
This is how we got insulation. For years. Took me 2 years, guys. And I keep emailing, and every meeting, oh my God, they're like, don't ask us about insulation. I was like, yes, I'm going to ask you about insulation. No, I said, yes. Please don't ask us about insulation. I said, sure, but can we do insulation for you? Because I want this. I want this. Why I wanted it, as well asked me, because I wanted to see, number one, can we do it? I wanted to see what it is. I wanted to see if my idea of offering multiple services and owning the house is correct, and my idea is correct. I don't know. For that, I know what I want, I need to get it done, I need to follow up. That's it. So I take these 5 and I circle, right? But I need to also double check myself. I need to make sure that we're ready, that we're set up, right? So it's not just, okay, let me get it and then go. It's this, treat them like 5. If they get angry with me that I'm following up, I can't say, well, I can't say. I'm just looking at them and I'm smiling and, sure, listen, I'll ask you in 3 months, okay? We have a call in a month, I'll ask you again, just so you know. Okay. And I did, and I keep doing that, and with other things. So if you look at it, it's kind of works as a circle. So what I want you to do, guys, is you'll get into many situations. You're getting into situations every day. And then it's very easy. It's like, okay, do I know why I'm here? Do I trust the person? Is this person seems like professional? Does it seem like what he's doing? If he's not, I'm going to treat him like 5 because I still know what I want and I need to get it done. I'm going to double check my facts before I do anything, because the next exchange you might be giving something to that person, right? And then I'm going to follow up the hell of everybody, whether it's the doctor notice, whether it's the lawyer, whether it's the whatever it is, something for your kids, you need to get it from someone, for the school, whatever it is. You just, very easy. Do I need it? If I need it, shit, yeah, I gotta do the work. I gotta follow up. Guys, I could do it in my sleep. As you saw, I had no slides for you. First time using whiteboard. Why? Because I really use these. It's not gimmick. It's not for YouTube. It's not for whatever. I really put a lot of thought into sitting down and really unpuzzling the situations I were in and looking as they were happen. Like I told you with the banker, I'm looking at the guy and he's like, no, this is what I'm doing. It's like, no. So it's happening. I almost want to tell him, do you want me to tell you my rules for life and tell you where you are in my rules right now and why am I acting this way? It's crazy, but it's true. And most people do it unintentionally. But in the end, he said, I just don't know how. Okay, but don't try to sell me, dollars when I want euros, and telling me that this is okay. No, that's not what I want. So just remember, very very easy. But to me, they were very effective. And again, just my opinion. The country is not the same when I was here. I'm here for 20 years. I mean, Steve is here for many more years. He probably tell you even more, right? Before you're able to walk in, and people knew more than you do, right? Professionals. And now we come in, and some people, we know more than some of the people that you're talking to. I think I used that in the example when I went to check my heart to a cardiologist, and I told them about HRV. And doctor and this is the heart doctor. He goes, what is HRV? I almost want to leave the room. I was like, are you serious, guy? Like, I know something that you don't, and you're the heart doctor, and you're telling me, I appreciate you telling me that you didn't know this, but it doesn't make me trust you now, because you don't know something. It tells me that you're not reading new material, you're not going for continuing education. You just know, how the heart works, and you're treating people that are very, very old. But if someone has something thanks God there was nothing wrong with me, but if there's something complex, it tells me that you will not look at those factors because you don't know them. And therefore, I cannot trust you. Like if I knew something, and it was a very known information at the time, like that affects the heart. It's heart rate variability. A fucking word heart in it. Heart rate variability. And the heart doctor had no idea what it was. Big AMS cardiology in Horsham or Hatboro, somewhere there. How about that? Can you trust the guy? And we're talking about banking and this and that. You go to someone who can give you a misdiagnosis for your heart and prescribe you probably some kind of pills that you don't need because they just don't know. And they don't have the information, or they don't want to learn. They're just doing the same thing for last 20 years and it worked. Okay, questions? Well, I was checking on the phone. I thought one more question was coming. Does this sound helpful to you guys? Do you think you can use it, if you'll remember? Huh?
Yes.
Great. Appreciate it. So all I'm looking is one person, guys, as always. If just one of you will use it at some point, and when I die, you'll come to my grave with the flowers. Don't bring roses. And say, Alek, your rules made my life much more easier. Thank you. Sensei, namaste, whatever you're gonna say. I'll rest in peace. That's the goal. That's why I'm doing it. So my job again is always to learn something and transfer the knowledge to you because we're all on the go. We all run. 5 appointments a day, kids, this and that, and you get into situation and situation collapses because you came at this speed and someone just giving you a wall because they don't know nothing, unprofessionalism in most of the cases.
Yeah, just want to say about steps. You say to achieve something you have to do small steps every day. So the steps needs to be not too short, because if it's not too short, the life not enough. It's not enough time.
Yeah, you need to make bigger steps. But if you set a goal here, all it is will help you, because to get to that step in that goal, you will need to do some action. Correct? So these are your action items when you deal with someone, right? Like I say, let's say you'll need to buy a house. You'll know what the steps you're gonna take. So you're gonna start working with someone, and they will start telling you something. And if you trust them, if you don't read on something, if you don't ask someone, you're going to get in a situation that you don't want. They might give you a higher rate, for example. Because that's the only bank they work. For example, I don't know, whatever they work with, like, no, I know that if I do this, or if I give you this, my rate should be lower. And on the span of 30 years, we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Because you need to protect your money. You need to protect yourself, because it's very easy. Once you give your money, we know here, especially, right, Juan, how long it takes to get the money back, right? It's very hard to get the money back. I don't know why, but that's how it works. Almost impossible. So you need to really know and not to trust. And again, I don't mean like you have to, when you see someone on the street, oh, Alek told me not to trust anyone, I'm gonna stay away from you. No, but I mean in terms of when you're in a relationship, you need to know something. You need to know something about this situation, sometimes more than they do. So you can make your decision based on information and not what they're just telling you. You have more questions, I can tell. What was my? He had a good night's sleep yesterday.
I just want to tell about opinion about double check. You need to be careful, because sometimes it's a waste of time.
Sometimes it's a waste of time. Maybe, sure, probably. What I know is that again, as they're in my head, I just know I feel more confident, more calm, more settled when I know that I went through my steps. Then I know, hey, most likely everything's going to be fine when I do it. Because especially when I'm doing 3 things at the same time, I'm really stopping myself to, you know, not to hurry. Easy to remember. If you forget, ask me at any moment. Call me, Andrew. You can call me late at night. I say, Alek, what was that rule? All right, that's it, guys. Then happy Memorial Day. We have a long weekend. Enjoy. Like I said, you have time to really think about it. We have a long weekend, because I'll see you guys next week. You probably won't see me till next week. So I wish you, if you're opening your pools, hopefully you're opening your pools or going to where it seems like the pool opening day. I hope you all have a good barbecues, yeah. And enjoy. Should be good weather. See you guys next week, okay?